I mean, is this our national pride? Defending a dirty toilet in a train just because Kishore Subramaniam, an American, has put it out, but thinking nothing of trashing a national level stadium?
Okay, Shreya, good evening. Let me just give me about a couple of minutes. Let me explain some points. I patiently heard all the panelists out here, but let me tell you some fundamental things. We are actually lying on national television. The first point is, by giving gyan here, whether it is me, you, or anybody, things are not going to change. Let's accept the fact. And let me give you absolutely striking examples of how it happens in the country. All of us have gone to school for nothing less than 12 to 15 years, okay? And the whole nation has gone. Do you think people come to office on time? They don't, okay? Do you think people have any sense of punctuality when they give you an appointment? They don't. But do you think rules were established in schools and colleges? It was. But how has a whole nation failed? Tell me the question, how has a whole nation failed when there have been rules imposed for 15 to 20 years for you to come on time? Nowhere does an Indian go on time. It is a cultural issue. It is not solved by rules. That's point number one. Point number two, हमें ये ध्यान देना चाहिए कल सुबह हम सुधर जाएंगे. People don't change like this, okay? People wear helmets on their elbows here. So don't think, when I stop my son from school, people ask that you're taking a big risk. And I tell them you don't have a life insurance, you don't have a helmet. Which is more risky? Don't think that human beings are going to change so easily. And by the way, world over, okay, whether it is New York, whether it is France, whether it is Italy, whichever country you name it, there are enough number of morons who can do that. Japan is an exception, but you have to understand the psychology and the history behind it. These are not TV debates. And Swachh Bharat, our Honorable Prime Minister, has tried for 10 years. It may take 100 years. Somebody on the panel, the singer madam, said that people pee on the road. Absolutely wrong. But what do you expect a person who doesn't have any toilet on the road to do? Look at the other side also. I perfectly accept. I'm not saying that it's great to piss on the road, but the point is that when you don't have infrastructure, what do you do? So please understand that giving lectures and gyans on a show.
No, Mr. Subramania. Mr. Subramania, I am an eyewitness to a public toilet here and people urinating by its side. I am an eyewitness to ghats in Banaras where there have been pots that were kept for people to spit in because people eat pan all the time. There were at least 2 gentlemen who decided spitting in the pot was not worth it. Uske bagal mein spitting kiya hai. To ye mat boliye. Even if there is an option not to dirty the country will be dirtied. Because as you said, it's a cultural issue, sir.
Yeah, Shreya, let me be honest. See, I am not defending somebody who's dirtying our country. The point here is it doesn't change with these simple 30-minute debates. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't do that. I absolutely appreciate that you have taken up this point. But please remember, change is a very long process. But remember, you're talking about dirty streets, dirty stadiums, dirty concert halls, whatever. You have dirty politicians. You have dirty leaders. You have corrupt leaders. You have absolutely dirty government officers.
Mr. Subramaniam, all of that I give you. I give you that. Politicians are corrupt, government officials are corrupt, they are dirty, everything. What about us? ये तो किसी politician ने नहीं किया ना, अनुलाल. ये तो किसी corrupt government official ने नहीं किया. ये तो हम ही लोगों ने किया है, tax paying citizens ने कि tax दे रहे हैं तो कर लो देश गंदा.
मैडम, जो ऐसे नेता चुन सकते हैं वो अपने घर आपके सराउंडिंग को नीट रखेंगे. Do you expect that? I think you are actually expecting fanciful people who can elect a absolute 100% corrupt government and then expect them to clean your surrounding. You are living in a utopian world. I don't agree with you. That's going to happen. It's going to take donkeys years for the culture to change.
That we have to. At some level, I think we have to bring the emphasis back on the social norm. Society के अभी कुछ अपने responsibilities होते हैं. You know, we were talking of people peeing on the roads. Why don't women pee on the roads? Because it's a society's culture that women don't pee and men can pee, so they do pee on the roads. You only find men peeing on the roads, not women. Because there's this whole social structure. So at some level, a social culturalization needs to be done to bring cleanliness back into our lives, and that's the society's job. That's not really the government's job.
For the last 10 years, that attempt has been made. For the last 10 years, that attempt has been made, and we have failed. We have failed. Go to Ayodhya railway station, brand new, beautiful. People have dirtied it. Bhagwan ka ghar. The point is, this is a cultural issue, and to some extent, and you know, to some extent, I agree with Mr. Subramania that the fact is that maybe the cleanliness gene is not in our DNA. And I'm not saying let's get to the level of the Japanese, where Japanese fans after a football match will actually clean the stadium. Wo India mein nahi hoga, one understands that. But it's basic. This is a national level stadium. You've come for a concert. This is what you leave behind. And then, as I said, you shame a woman for showing you the mirror, for telling you that bathrooms in railway stations and bathrooms in trains are dirty. You shame her because suddenly it becomes about national pride. Is this not about national pride, ladies and gentlemen? Is this your patriotism? Think about it. The aim of the show was not to give you any gyan, but the aim of the show was to just show you the mirror on our actions and what we do and why we need to improve ourselves.